Frank aside, let's have a look at the possible runners and riders. Take us through them, Carve.
Well, one of the names in the frame is Ruben Amorim. He is somebody who has been linked with a lot of big jobs. We know West Ham were interested, Liverpool were interested in him as well. He's doing a very good job at Sporting. Couple of problems I foresee with United making a move for him is he's got a release clause. I think it's at least something like £15 million. And we also know that he is somebody who potentially in the future could become a Manchester City manager. We know that City's next director of football is going to be Hugo Viana, who's at Sporting at the moment. So I'm just thinking maybe Ruben Amorim is thinking, look, if I'm going to go to the Premier League, let's wait for the really, really big job, the job that is going to be replacing Pep Guardiola. Of course, we don't know that Pep Guardiola is going to leave any time soon, but he is a name in the frame. He's been talking today actually about the United job. Didn't really have much to say. He was asked about, you know, what's happening at United, Erik Ten Hag losing his job, and he basically said, look, I knew this question was coming. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm very happy at Sporting.
How times have changed when people are hanging around for the City job and not the United one. Xavi, lots of talk about him. We heard Jamie Carragher talk about him today. How close is it that he could get the job?
I mean, how exciting would it be if Xavi became the United manager? Not just for United supporters, but for football supporters generally, because he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's completed football. He's won everything there is to win in the game, and he's also proved himself as a manager in Spain and also in Qatar as well. Now, intriguingly, he is available at the moment because he left Barcelona at the end of last season. He also speaks very, very good English. He's available. His wife as well has been on social media. Now, I'm not very big on, I think it's called Instagram or something. She put up a picture apparently on Instagram. I don't know if we can see it. That is a picture of her family. And I think in the background, you can see her son, that's Xavi's son, of course, wearing a Manchester United shirt. Oh. So is that some kind of cryptic social media message that Xavi is interested in the United job? I don't know. I don't know much about Instagram, but I do know that Xavi is an incredible player and a brilliant, brilliant manager, and he would be a really exciting addition to the Premier League if he was to move to Manchester United.
You know, they have this thing called the YouTube as well. It's quite good. Gareth Southgate.
The what?
The YouTube. Gareth Southgate, right? He said, no, I'm not managing for a period of time, a year, was it, I think? But surely, now the United job is up for grabs, is he back in the frame?
I've got to put my cards on the table. I think Gareth Southgate is a brilliant manager. I think he did a brilliant job as the England manager. I think he gets a lot of unfair criticism. I think he would, given the chance, prove to be a very, very good Premier League manager as well. As you just mentioned though, he has come out himself in the last week or so at a sports conference and said on stage in front of all the media, I need a break from football. I don't want to work again until at least next summer. So that would appear to rule Gareth Southgate out. But we do know...
With the fact that the fans aren't having it, would that rule him out? Because they don't want it.
Well, you say that. I mean, but what do we base that on? Base that on the fact that some United fans have said we don't want him. People on social media have said we don't want him. I would say look at his CV, give him a chance. If he was to become a United manager and if he was to win games and win trophies, I think he would win those fans over. Yes, I accept what you're saying. It would be a difficult sell, but don't forget he's got a very good relationship with some very, very senior people at Manchester United, including Dave Brailsford and Dan Ashworth, who he's worked with before. So don't totally rule him out, but he himself has said, give me a break. I need some time out because I've spent 8 years managing England. I need to recharge my batteries, and maybe we should actually respect him because you don't want him to go from all the hassle and grief of managing England to having to dive into the deep end at Old Trafford and deal at Manchester United.
It's like blind date this, isn't it? Next one up. Nagelsmann.
Now this one, I don't have any sort of information on Julian Nagelsmann and the United job myself, but there are a lot of reports in Germany. Our colleagues at Sky Germany are looking into it as well. Everybody of course knows he's a brilliant manager. His sides play modern, exciting, attacking, dynamic football, he would fit the bill as somebody who could manage Manchester United. But of course, he's the manager of Germany at the moment. And I think it would be a big move for him to leave the Germany job, just 18 months or so before the World Cup in the USA, to move to Old Trafford. Wherever he goes after Germany, he's not going to be short of offers. And I'm not sure at the moment he would look at the United job and think, this is one for me. Perhaps he would think too much of a risk. And contractually, I think it would be complicated to get him out of the Germany job.
But don't forget, Jurgen Klopp has got a clause in his contract that he can get the Germany job, so perhaps. All right. Last one. Man who actually is in possession at the moment. How close?
Well, he's the favourite at the moment. Okay. And, the people who I've been speaking to today have said to me, Ruud van Nistelrooy is the one to keep a really close eye on, because he wants to be a permanent manager. I don't think being an interim manager is something that he's that interested in. If he doesn't get the permanent United job, I think he will go on and be a permanent manager somewhere else. He's already been the manager of PSV. He won the Dutch Cup there. And he is a United legend. He's one of United's all-time greatest strikers. So I think if he was to prove himself over the next couple of games, you may get the same situation as we had with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.